This is the IST Health Tip of the Day. I'm your host, Roberto Parker. This podcast, we tackle the tough questions related to exercise, training for athletes, human performance, biochemical, biomechanical dysfunctions, problems that sometimes you have questions about that you don't quite know the answer to. So stay tuned, enjoy, take good notes, and God bless. Okay, let's talk about microbiome and longevity. What exactly is the microbiome? You hear a lot about that. Microbiome is a community of microorganisms consisting of algae, peptides, bacteria. That's what it is. And mainly in the intestinal lining of your body, i.e., your gut. I've done many audio podcasts and video podcasts about the microbiome. Go back to my YouTube page and you can pull up a bunch of stuff on it. But today I want to talk about it more of longevity and why it contributes to that. Now, the microbiome is linked to a lot of different things in the body. In fact, without a good, healthy microbiome, your chances of longevity, having a good, long life, is very limited. You might have a long life, but it won't be a very healthy life if you have a weak microbiome. That is possible. But to have a good, long, healthy life, you must take care of the microbiome. Once again, i.e., your gut. It's important. Now, microbiome health is linked to brain health, first and foremost. Why is brain health so important? Because in the brain, that also communicates with the nervous system. The nervous system communicates with everything in your body. In fact, the nervous system is the master control system within the body. And they have found through studies that a healthy microbiome is linked to good health and cognition. So as you become older, if you don't take care of yourself and the microbiome, you might age. Let's say you're 70 years old, but if you take care of your microbiome, you might have the health and the brain capacity of a 40-year-old, and vice versa. If you're a 40-year-old, you don't take care of your microbiome, you might have the cognition of a 70-year-old. I don't think anybody wants that. So there's a definite link there between gut health, microbiome, and the health of your brain. So that's very important. Skin health is another one. Bone health is another one. All these things are linked. And really, one of the most important ones today in this COVID world we live in is strengthen your immune system. Good immunity. So the stronger your microbiome and the stronger your brain is able to communicate with that, you're going to have a very efficient nervous system and immune system. And that is important. Now, I did a podcast a few weeks ago on the true vaccination. Now, some of you didn't agree with it. I understand that. It was about the COVID-19 vaccination. But go back and watch that again because you have to get the foundation of the gut health right first. And you're going to do that through, I talked about it in this other podcast, sunshine, clean food, clean air, good sleep, activity, exercise. That's it. If you want to really strengthen your microbiome, implement those properties, implement those components in your lifestyle. Now, if you want to get drugs and medication on top of that, that's up to you. I don't really recommend it a lot, but hey, that's up to you. But you've got to get the gut health right first. Now, I'm going to talk about a few other things here. Now, there's a study out there 70% of brain dysfunction and disorders can be reversed by strengthening the microbiome via diet, exercise, proper exercise, activity, and sleep. 70% of brain dysfunctions can be reversed by simply strengthening the microbiome via the right type of nutrition, exercise, activity, and good quality sleep. Guys, If you learn nothing else from me today, get your health of the gut right. Because the more I read about health, I've been doing this a lot of research for the past probably 7 or 8 years now. It always comes back to the health of the gut, the health of the gut, the health of the gut, the microbiome, the microbiome, the microbiome. It always comes back to that. Now, there's other factors too, don't get me wrong. But without a good, healthy microbiome, insulin is not going to work as it should. Other hormones in the body, such as blood and cortisol and adrenaline, those things are not going to function as they should without a good, healthy microbiome via your gut. So don't just take my word for it. Do your own research. Go to people like Dr. Mercola. He's a good source. Dr. John Bergman, Dr. Amy Myers. There's a lot of others out there that are holistic people. Now, if you talk to a medical doctor, some doctors are on board with this, some are not. I'll be honest with you. Doctors tend to be a little bit more leaning towards medication, vaccination, surgical procedures. So, talk to someone who is a little bit more open minded and has some good knowledge. Now, if you want my help, this is what I do for a living. I evaluate people's lifestyle. I'm not a medical doctor. I look at the type of stresses that are going on in your life. We try to pinpoint those stresses, reduce those stresses, or eliminate those stresses, which will help you, by the way, once again with your microbiome, because stress is a killer of many, many things, including good gut health. So stress can come in the form of chemical stress, which is typically bad nutrition. It can come in the form of physical stress, working too much, not working enough. Physically, I'm talking about. And it can also come in the form of emotional stress, which is mind. Maybe you just had a loved one that died, bankruptcy, divorce, whatever the case might be. Maybe you have to move to a different part of the country. It's very stressful. But those are the three main stressors. In fact, those are the only stressors. And once we pinpoint those stresses in the body, and we try to mitigate those, reduce those as much as we can. I don't think you can totally eliminate stress. That's just not possible. But you can certainly manage it very well. And that's basically what I do. I help you manage it via exercise, activity, dietary changes, okay, and sleep habits. So give me a call. Thanks for listening, guys. This has been another IST health tip of the day.